This is where you get your news without the bias, just the facts. Israel is calling up 60,000 of their troops as reservists for this big Gaza City takeover. Now, what is the Gaza City takeover? Israel has said, hey, we've been going into the Gaza Strip for the last 2 years since the October 7th attack. We think we're on a final push in their goals to take out Hamas. So we're going to finally occupy all of Gaza. So they had this big Gaza City push. They want to finish it by October 7th of 2025. And they want to take the Palestinians who live in the Gaza Strip, move them to other countries. They said their plan is to stabilize the region and then to bring Palestinians back. And then they want other Arab countries to govern the region of the Gaza Strip. And there's a lot of debate about all that with other world countries. Some 60,000 Israeli reservists were set to receive call-up orders that the military will issue starting Wednesday for an offensive against Hamas in Gaza City. The orders were not immediate, but rather were slated to take place in several waves. So they're going to take different waves of tens of thousands of troops in. The number of reservists being called up is in addition to tens of thousands of reservists who are currently serving in the reserves. Important something to know about the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, is that men of fighting age are required to serve in the military for a time being, sort of like South Korea. The IDF said it was also extending reserve duty for some 20,000 reservists who were currently on duty for another 30 to 40 days. So the total number of reservists at any given time during this big push is 130,000 reservist soldiers available. Not all of the reservists are expected to participate in the operation to capture Gaza City, as some will instead be replacing standing army troops on other fronts. The big part about this news is it's just more of the story of this debate of whether Israel should or should not be doing this final push of the Gaza City takeover. One perspective is saying, hey, Israel was attacked and they've been attacked by Hamas. Hamas are these hostile neighbors, and if Israel just lets Hamas stay in the region of Gaza Strip, that Hamas will continue to attack them for years and years to come, and their security and their sovereignty will always be at risk because of Hamas. So Israel needs to go in, take out Hamas, make sure they have good neighbors who aren't trying to hurt them in any way. The other side of the story of people debating is saying, yes, Hamas is bad, but there have been like 50, 60,000 civilians killed. I don't know if it's civilians, but between all Gazans, all Palestinians in the Gaza Strip killed. Many children, many women have been killed, and we need to put a stop to this war as quick as possible. There's been humanitarian crisis, allegations. Even President Trump said, hey, it looks like, just a month ago, saying, hey, it looks like there's starvation going on there. So that's why they've been doing a big humanitarian aid with Israel and the United States and some of the Arab countries. So they're saying, hey, Israel, you need to stop attacking, you need to stop pushing, just let them be, give it to one of the other Arab countries to govern. Then the counter argument to that is saying, well, the other Arab countries aren't even interested in governing the Gaza Strip. Egypt, Lebanon, Jordan have not, even maybe like Saudi Arabia have not shown interest in governing the Gaza Strip. Even countries like Egypt aren't even letting the Palestinians to come inside their country. There's this big wall between the border of Egypt and the Gaza Strip, and they're not even letting the Palestinians to come into their country. So then that's when you had the situation where a few months ago where President Trump came out and said, hey, since the Arab countries aren't interested in taking over and governing Gaza Strip, and since the Arab countries don't want Israel to govern it, you know what we'll do? He said that we'll take the Gaza Strip, the United States, and we'll occupy it, and we'll make it the Riviera of the Middle East. And he said that the United States would come in, occupy it, turn it into some great real estate deal or whatever he said, and that it would, the situation would turn around. Here's where we are now. So they have 60,000 troops. We're going to see where this goes. I want to know your opinion. What do you think Israel should do? What do you think the other Middle Eastern countries should do? What do you think the United States should do in all this? Don't forget to put your opinion in the comments. Like, subscribe, share with a friend. I'll see you next time.